Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm actually doing something completely different. I know I might be uploading this video a little bit earlier than normal, which usually is for NXT reviews for Wednesday nights. Unfortunately, there's nothing going on with NXT tonight outside of a countdown for the moments of 2018 and Cassius Ohno versus Matt Riddle. Other than that, there's nothing major to review about. So I decided to take it upon myself to go ahead and talk about my experience at the WWE Live event that occurred here in Tampa, Florida on December 30th. I gotta tell you something, guys. I had a fucking blast watching this event in person. I had floor seats. It was floor 6, row 13. And I could see pretty much everything. The only downside about sitting on the floor is you have a hard time seeing things that are going on the mat if you're far back on the rows. But other than that, this show was fucking awesome. Had 4 title defenses, 9 different matches. It was a straight up pay-per-view type of event. You knew what the results were with the tag team, with the championship belts on the line. But regardless of all of that, the entire show was fun, enjoyable. You got to see Mustafa Ali go up against Andre Cien. You got to see a triple threat tag team matchup for the SmackDown tag team titles with the Bar, the Usos, and the New Day. Granted, yes, we've seen that 1,000 times on television, but overall, though, even though I got to see it for the millionth time, it was fun and entertaining to at least see it in person. We got, at this event, we got to see a triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's Championship with Asuka defending it against Charlotte and Becky Lynch in a rematch, which was fun as hell. Becky Lynch stole the show. I started the chant of Becky, and everybody rolled along with me. I had a lot of fucking fun with this event. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've went to 2 wrestling shows in the last 10 years that have come here in the state of Florida, in Tampa, where I live. And I'll be straight up honest with you guys. Every time they have come to Tampa and I've gone to see a WWE event, that is what I want to be part of. I want to be part of a wrestling organization. I want to hear the scream of the crowds. I want to create something that's going to entertain millions of people. I know for a fact I'm not a guy that's going to be able to get over as a wrestler because of my height and because I'm not super fit or, muscular. I'm just an average Joe looking kind of guy, and I'm only 5'6". So me getting over in professional wrestling probably is very slim to none. My better chance of even doing anything remotely in any kind of wrestling organization is if they have a cruiserweight division. And I'm not a guy who would want to do those flips and dives and all that stuff. I'd be more of a guy that would do what Triple H does, or Batista, John Cena. I like to be on the ground. Let's just put it that way. I'm scared of fucking heights, okay? But bottom line, if I can't be a wrestler, I would want to be a creator of wrestling. I'd want to go ahead and book the shows. I'd want to be able to come up with creative ideas for professional wrestling, to give people something to enjoy, kick back, forget their problems, and make a difference in some way, shape, or form to make people happy, bring their families there. I mean, a lot of people had their families there. The kids were enjoying themselves. They were screaming their fool heads off. Granted, I mean, they have no idea what a really good wrestling show is. Back in my time, and people that are in my generation, they got to watch wrestling back when they were kids, they got treated to real wrestling. This shit is what it was in the early 90s, mid 90s. It was just joked out, retarded bullshit. It all goes full circle with everything. It basically has come to the point where it is down to its bottom of the barrel. It is crap. It's 2019. 20 years ago in 1999, we started to see major change to professional wrestling. We got to see Stone Cold Steve Austin as the main eventer of the company, face of the company, the guy that did everything to help this company grow into what it is today. I believe that Seth Rollins is going to be that same exact guy. If you guys watched last night's, Monday Night Raw's episode, Seth Rollins was in the fucking zone. He was where he needs to be. He needs to be a fucking determined, pissed off mofo who will tear up the entire organization to the ground to get where he wants to go. And that is the guy that will be able to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania if he was to win the Royal Rumble. That is what we need to see. Now, AJ Styles, on the other hand, he's being pushed and looking like he may win a Royal Rumble. Now, here's the thing. You may be asking me, Bruce, he won the damn WWE number one contenders match to face Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble. What are you talking about? There's no way. There is a way. He loses to Daniel Bryan, and then he gets an opportunity to be in the Royal Rumble anyway. And how he does it is, he beats the shit out of somebody. He goes ahead and he goes to Vince and he says, look, man, I got fucked over out of the damn WWE title. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to go into the Royal Rumble. I demand to be placed in the Royal Rumble. He said, really? Show me that you want to be in the Royal Rumble. And then AJ Styles go after somebody and beat the living shit out of him and say, I want in now. I'm taking his damn spot. He takes his spot. He goes into the Royal Rumble. Him and Seth Rollins are the last two men remaining. And they end up having a share the Royal Rumble win. And they go on to face Brock Lesnar in a triple threat match. Now that would be interesting. That I would love to see. Triple threat match. Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins. Two matches that need to have a rematch that never happened. And we get it in two stones for one, or one bird, a stone for two birds, or whatever the fuck that saying is. Who gives a shit? The point being is that seeing Seth Rollins and AJ Styles competing against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship would be a fucking awesome matchup. I mean, even one-on-one with Brock Lesnar with one of those two would be fantastic. So, getting off of that whole creative juices and what I think should happen leading up to WrestleMania, here's what I also believe. This company can produce a good show. I went to one. Those live events, they need to make their shows just like that. Make it about wrestling. Make it about wins and losses. Keep it simple, keep it brief. There's nothing more that you need to do. The company needs to be at 2 hours for regular television. It does not need to be positioned as a pay-per-view type level time frame. 3 hours is pay-per-view quality. We don't get week-to-week pay-per-view quality. Stop pushing yourself so damn much to the point where you're on the brink of, I don't know what to fucking do, so let's throw some shit together. That is something else that they do. That's fucked up and dumb. Other things. I honestly think, based on live events, I saw them really taking it very easy with each other. Not like they were very precautious in every move they made with each other in the ring when I watched the matchup. When I watch them on TV, though, they're a little bit more kind of pushing the envelope a little bit. I mean, not to a very super fast pace, but they were slow pace in these matches. But because it was live and I was in person, I actually did not mind it. I really didn't. But they were at an even slower pace than normal. They really did not look like they were hitting their shots full on like you'd see on television. I think the matches were not exactly that long. The only long match was the Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles cage match for the WWE Championship. Other than that, there was really not a whole lot of matches that went on for a very long time. The rest of them were just pretty short, simple, and straight to the point. Charlotte and Bayley, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Asuka, their match was pretty decently long too. They were about 15 minutes, I would say. And outside of those two matches, the rest of the show was just, pretty much maybe 10 minutes or less. But I enjoyed myself. I really had a lot of fun, and I look forward to the next time they have a live event here in the Tampa Bay area. Hopefully a pay-per-view event like they did with Extreme Rules in 2011. That was a fun fucking event to go to. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I have to thank my friend a lot for that one, because he got that for my birthday, because it was around April. But overall, man, I had a fucking blast. I enjoyed every minute of it. I took a picture of AJ Styles on top of the steel cage, which I'll have as my thumbnail for this video. And I gotta tell you guys, it was a fucking blast, and I will never forget it. It's definitely something in the memory books. And I just wanted to tell you guys my experience going to a live event in person. And like I said, this is the second time I've ever went to one in person. And every time I've went, both times, I've said to myself, this is what I want to do for a living. I've walked out of there and felt like this is what I want to do. I want to be involved in this to entertain these fans. Now, granted, I will admit one thing. The audience, they're like puppets, man. They're played like suckers. They don't think for themselves. They all jump up. They do what they're told by the wrestlers. And I guess that's great that the wrestlers can do that, but come on, guys. Have a little bit of respect for yourself. I mean, Samoa Joe, he went ahead and he made a comment about Tampa, saying that the place is a place for losers and everything else in between. And I kind of laughed at that. And the reason why I didn't take it as an insult, is because it's true. This place is full of losers. Look at our football team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Have great talent, young, fresh talent that's been around for only 4 or 5 years. Doing absolutely nothing. This year they were one of the best. They looked like they were a promising team to make as a wild card team. And they just died out. I am going to tell you the truth, guys. This is not a city for me. I don't like this city. I don't have pride in it. And I think Tampa, Florida is the biggest load of trash walking on the face of the planet. Yes, I sound like a gosh darn heel right now the way I'm talking about my own city. Because it sucks. I don't like it here. I think it's by far the worst. And, sometimes when these wrestlers come on air and they talk shit about certain places, I agree with them. It's factual. It's not just an opinion. It's factual. These people don't have respect for themselves, the people that go to these events. Some of them don't care about the way they dress, the way they look. Have some kind of class. I'm not saying to be judgmental, and I'm not trying to be judgmental. If I do, and I sound like it, I apologize. But at the end of the day, you got to show that you have some kind of respect for yourself. And some people, the people that enjoy wrestling, don't have that. They don't have the brains. They just don't care. I'll give you a prime example. I'm sitting there at the event, and I'm watching the show. We're in intermission, and they're giving everybody a chance to go to the bathrooms, get some drinks or whatever. And some guys come up to some people on my row, and they knock over the people that are in front of me's drinks on the floor. It's freaking dripping. And they're not doing nothing. They don't say, hey, somebody want to clean this up. I don't want nobody to trip or fall. They just look and say, whoops, I guess we got to go. And they leave it sitting there. Now, granted, I maybe should have done something. I should have said something to someone, but one of the crew members that were walk around the arena making sure everybody's just behaving, not acting out of control, not doing anything illegal or anything like that. They went ahead and they had a guy come over and clean it up anyway without me reporting it to, be cleaned up. Now, granted, I might have been somewhat at fault, but it's not my responsibility. I mean, these guys they're the ones that knocked it over. They should have went ahead and had the courtesy to tell someone, hey, we knocked these people's drink over. I apologize. Could you clean this up for us? Something. But that's the kind of mentality I'm talking about. Not having decency of other people's shit. Not having any care in the world about nothing, yourself, or anyone else around you. I mean, it's sickening. And I really noticed a lot of that at this event. I'm not saying to people that enjoy wrestling like myself are low-down losers. But I will say this. They are pretty fucking dumb. When you listen to JD from New York 206 talk about the wrestling crowd in general, he is 100% right. I would like to think that my audience, the people that go to see that go do, what I enjoy, what I have a passion for, aren't idiots, but they are, unfortunately. I'm starting to believe that the majority of the society of today is filled with fucking dummies. And that's all there is to it. But that's not here or there. Bottom line is, if you guys want to go see a live event, not a televised wrestling show like Raw or SmackDown, you want to be entertained, go to a live event. You won't be disappointed. I went to this event on a whim, spending $188 of my own hard-earned money to go see this event with my father. By the way, I paid for him to come with me. He's not a big wrestling fan, but hey, it was something that him and I could do over the holidays. So worst thing could have happened is I would have spent my money. He wouldn't have been happy. I would have been like, whatever, I expected this. But I just wanted the experience to be able to sit there in this arena and witness this entire show. Because I haven't done it in a very long time, and I was like, why not? Worst case scenario, it sucks, and whatever. Move on with my life. But I enjoyed every minute of it. I had the best time I've ever had in years. And it was unfortunate I was supposed to go see the 98 Rockfest, but that got ripped away from me from an ex-girlfriend. So I just decided, hey, why not do this to make up for the lost cause? Not to mention my friend got fucked over in that situation, but I won't go into that. Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed listening to this. Basically my experience going to a live event and what my thoughts were. And if WWE can put on a live event like this and entertain my ass, who's been down on the product for for the last couple of years now, they can put on a good show for live TV, at least. I mean, come on. Anyway, guys, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button if you like the video. And write a comment down below, and I'll get back to you on that. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great night.